Okay, this starts from this little, well, big white house over there by the road, called the Swan House. It used to be the Swan Inn, and the legend has it that this bishop was betting his compadres that he could get up a hill. This hill was Barf, and it was right next to it, right up there, up that steep scree. And legend has it he fell off his horse and died. So they painted a big white rock up at the top. You'll see it in a minute. And down below there's like what was probably a gate post, I imagine. But there's a white rock here. That one there is the one that they say that this horse and the other one was buried in. Now I like to touch this rock as a sign of good luck that I'm not going to die when I do this scramble. Anything to help really, I suppose. Now, I've never been up this route before. I've been up to the rock, a little bit past it, but I've never been all the way to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach you to my new mount here, and we'll see how it goes up here. Okay, so this climb is, if we get up there, is a grade 1 scramble. Like I say, it's a bit of a black spot for mountain rescue. As you turn around, you can see quite a nice vista. Swan House is just down there, and then overlooking lots of different fells. We'll carry on up. I'm not sure through these gorse bushes what the actual way is. It looks a bit too tight to walk through, so I'm just going to go across this scree here, probably find and pick up an easier or another path. Yeah, you can see where people have come up in different routes. You know, there's one up the side here, one straight up the middle, one up by that tree, and obviously the one I've taken. So there's the white rock, the Bishop's Rock, Bishop's Head, and what looks like the trail continues up there. When you have a look at it on the from the roadside, it looks tiny. When you come up here, it's quite some size. I would say, if I'm stood at the base, 15 foot. You straddle it from up here. You're standing here. Don't know if you can see up and over the top there. I can just reach. You've got a bit of a drop down there. There's a path up to the right, path up through there. And again, I'm not sure which way to go. Now, looking up here, the more worn route is off to the left. The one off to the right looks a little bit cliffhangery. Right, if you ever see bits of blue and red down here, on a couple of occasions, someone's painted a red nose on the tip of it, and also painted it as a Union Jack. So that's where the red and blue come from. couple of memorial stones down there. And that's it. That's the Bishop's Head. Now, if he did fall, I would imagine he's going to come a cropper. He ain't going to die here. He's going to fall off that bit there and drop down. So it should be in the gorse bushes really, but the rock's here. So this is it. Looks like it's in need of a bit of a paint. There's a bit peeling off, but you can see through the years how many times it's had layers. And yeah. Okay, so I'm going to climb off to the left here. It does look a bit sketchy, but considering what I've already been up, I think we're going to be all right. So we've got to this gully. That scree has got slab rock on it, and that's the stuff you don't want to be stepping on. I think that's the problem with this. It's not a brilliant gully for climbing up. I'm a bit worried about all this loose rock. Okay, I can see a potential route. Just scoping out this route off to the side here. Okay, I'm going to go up this way here. We've got a sheer drop there, but looking like less of a drop going up here off to the left. Okay, rather than going straight up there, I'm going to go across this bit here. It's a little bit mossy. Bit of screw here. Okay. I don't like to do this when it's wet. Okay, so it's levelling off a little bit here, but I do know there's a bigger cliff further up. All the stuff I've come up here, I'm sure I could go back down. I would not like to go back down that way, but going back down that way on the right, I think I'll be all right. Okay, so I've just come to the right a little bit here. Nice little sort of level area. Found this little shack. Wind's picking up a bit now. Let's have a look inside here. There's a saw string, some stuff over in the corner there. And there's tarpaulin, so like a nice little bothy of some kind. Nice bit of soil here. Get a bit of traction. Okay. This is a little bit of a squeeze up here. This is the one. And hopefully this will be all right. Yeah, I think this is the way they came down. You can see a lot of soil moved out. Now, when I looked at it from down there, it looked to me like I could go off to the left, but looking at it here, Might be going off to the right. Okay. Let's go up here and see how it's going on. You can see another path going down that way. That might be a nice way around it. But I'll come up here. I'll have a quick look at this section here. Yeah. Let's go back down. Let's go down here. So coming down the steps here. I think what I'll do, I'll go back the way I came. Down here. Okay, there's a path off this way. Again, it's not looking good. Oh. There's a scree down there. Yeah, this slab is at the bottom of where I was just before. This might be a better way, but again, we'll soon see. Liking it. Okay. Back to safety. Right, I'm going to take a little route down this scree here, see what's going on. I wish I had the drone actually, it would have been easy to see what's going on. That certainly doesn't look, yeah, that's horrible. Right, we're going to take that way. Stepping stones. Let's just take it one step at a time. That's it. You know what? We're going to freestyle it. I'm much more confident on this stuff. Even if I have to go all the way back down. Let's see what it's like going up here. Animals have been down here. Again, which usually indicates there's some sort of path. Right, looking at the height of where we're at, I think we're definitely past the bad point. Okay. Right, this was one of the points I was looking at camping at, but I think with the way the wind's going, I think I'm going to go up and over mountain bike track. Looks like a Maxis Minion 2.4. See if it tastes like it too. Hang on. Yeah, definitely. DHR. Double down, I think. No, sorry. Yes, DHF, definitely. There's the tent pitched. Getting better at it. Trying to pull this. I wish that was, you know, a bit more angled out. I don't know why I made it so vertical like that. But you got the back to the wind. The wind's kind of cutting through that way. So I think we're all right. There's the view for today. Again, not brilliant. There's better views, but right. So I'm going to get set up inside now. Okay, so got me set up for the night. Got me boots. Got me OEX jet boil thing. Got a cup in there. Got my live straw bag of water. Got some more water there. Tesco's finest vegetable rice. Over here we've got some milk. Put it in these little squirty bottles. I know it says soap on it, but yeah, they're just handy for, you know, I can get a good, I like a milky coffee. And in there I've got some coffee granules. I just keep them in there, keeps them dry. And then behind here we've got this. So rather than paying for all the expensive camping food, I've just gone for a tin. So yeah, last time I went out, I brought a tin, you know, with a ring pull, but the thing is you're left with a tin. So this thing here, it's a Sea to Summit Snap and Go, I think they call it, or Seal and Go. And you basically, so in there it's got a full tin of Tesco's chicken curry. So you can make whatever you want. You do bowls and like slightly bigger things. You do, I mean, you can smell it, you know, so you can hear, you can, you know, odours getting out of it. So it's not a perfect seal, but I've just left that in the top of my bag, and it's been fine. But yeah, all I can smell is chicken curry at the moment, so I'm quite hungry. And then just as a backup, I've got that Sea to Summit chicken fajita with rice. Again, last time I didn't really feel like eating in the morning, but if I need to, I might have that. But we'll see how it goes. I'm quite hungry now, so I think I'm gonna tuck into that. Okay, tea time. Got my chicken curry, got my cooker, stove, whatever you want to call it, and I got this little table thing. And I found, obviously when you're camping on the fells, the grass is like that, it's not level all the time. So this thing means you can push down one side and keep it level. I'll just, if we just mock this up a little bit, I'm not going to screw it all the way in. I need to do that properly. Let's see. Is it gonna happen? There we go. And then that sits on there, and it's going to be a lot safer than sitting on the ground, which, you know, you can never get level. So yeah, do rate these. Boundless Voyage, they're called. There's the name. And yeah, even though this is just a cheap Amazon thing, cost me about 15 quid, does the job. What I found with these as well, you know, to say that you know, you can boil water in 2 minutes, and I've done a video on it and I've been convinced and thinks it's brilliant. they burn. Like if you put food in like this, it burns the bottom, it burns the food really easy. So you've just got to cook it on a really, really low heat, which again is good, but you know, you just think, oh, I'll just boil it up and spin it, stir it around and everything's great, but yeah, it burns really easy, and if you want to use it again for something else, you've got burnt stuff on the bottom. So yeah, I just cook it now on a really, really low heat. And yeah, there's still loads left in that. And 3 wild camps. And yeah, so they're efficient. Just got to turn them down. Really nice. Beats anything like that. Beats anything like that. Even though it's tin food, it's still proper chicken. It's not dried. It's really got really good flavour on it. Okay, got my coffee in there. Got some water brewing now. Managed to clean it. So I cleaned it out with that. Put a bit of water in it, swirled it round. Actually worked. So having a coffee now. I've been used to ground coffee and stuff recently. When I've gone back to instant, it's but it's a coffee. I'm on the fells and I've got a hot coffee, so what can beat that, really? Right guys, it's 9 o'clock, so I'm just off to bed now, all up in my sleeping bag. A lot warmer than I was last time. Just shows you some good kit actually works. So the wind's just calmed down now, stopped raining, so I'm going to go to sleep, and hopefully I'll have a uninterrupted night, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so it was a wet night, as usual in this time of year, but I slept alright. I'm getting this is my third proper camp in the wilds, and I think I'm getting used to it. Getting used to all sort of random noises and stuff like that. Cheers. Hot. Very hot. It's getting rainy again. Time to close up for a minute. There's the bed for the night. That I had for the night. Everything stayed in where it was. A little bit more loose, but can live with that. Go. Usual crack, leave no trace. Slightly flattened there, but right, so I came in this way. There's a path going off, and in that distance there that you can't see now, there's the main path up to Lord's Seat. So I think we're going to trundle on up there, and then we'll walk on down through Whinlatter. We're just going up to Lord's Seat now, and I mean, there's no views at all, but we're going up there because it's there. Okay, we're coming up to the top of Lord's Seat now. I don't think we're going to be going to Barf Fell, which I would love to. It's way off in the distance there. I used to go with my dad mountain biking when I was a kid, and used to come across here. And the heavens have opened. So you've got Whinlatter over there. Like I said, Barf Fell. And I'm just orientating myself. I think that's Hobcarton up there. And just off in the clouds will be Grisdale Pike. Okay, so I'm going to drop down now into Whinlatter, pick up the path that goes down into Barf. Normally you would sort of go back along here and then down the path into from the side of Barf, but I'm going to pick a way down here, get out of this wind, and yeah, I'll see you in the woods. Okay, just had to bog trot through there, and the path goes back to Barf, and then we're going to go down this way. So I just dropped down into a little basin here and stopped for a minute. It's really calm, although it being misty. You can hear all the birds singing. This looks fun. Again, in the dry, this would be fine. Signpost here. I'm going to go this way, I think. Or should we go that way? This way looks easier, but then there's a slightly bigger drop. We'll go down here because we can come back up if need be. Okay, and a bit of rock climbing. I was always told to go down backwards when you're descending, because it's better. It's turning around that's bad. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think that's definitely the route. Again, if that ever gets dry, that'll be just a nice easy walk up. Just a bit more precarious in the wet. Okay, so it's just starting to clear and I can actually see Swan House. Used to be Swan Inn on the A66, and then that's just the top end of Bassenthwaite. It's looking quite flooded up that bit there, but yeah, we're getting on down now. So I'm just standing here looking at this sort of rock formation. I'm no geologist or anything, but you can see like slabs kind of working their way out at that sort of angle. You know, it's almost like as if they've been pushed out at an angle, but either that or crushed in, because you got some level slabs up there. These are all level. You've got an angle like that, and then you've got this angle coming out of the mountain that way. I noticed when I was walking up, the angle of the stones were kind of pushed out like that. Might do some research and see. There we go. Vertical slabs that way, slabs that way, slabs that way, and then slabs that way. Strange. So I could pretty much say we're safely home, unless I slip over last thing. That's also one thing as well, you know, if sometimes you think, oh, I'm home or I'm down or something, and you've got one last step. I have slipped and injured myself on the last step. So don't make the last step your last step. I'm sure some mushroom experts know what they are. I'm not touching them. Well, that's the end of another wild camp adventure. Quite an eventful one. And we're going to head off back now and get some breakfast. See you in the next one.